Hello and welcome to the book review section of Horizon, the Videozine of JM Financial Services. Today we are going to pick up an interesting book. This book was originally written in the year 1999 by a gentleman called Nick Murray. Nick Murray was a financial advisor in the United States, and then from there he's changed his profession and became advisor to financial advisors, a coach and mentor to financial advisors. More than four and a half decades of experience in the financial markets, more advising the investors, and that rich experience is what he's put in this book. Simple Wealth, Inevitable Wealth. While the first edition was written in 1999, the book immediately became a bestseller. And in 2010, the fourth edition was written. 4 editions of the book in a span of little more than a decade. That talks about the success of the book. Interestingly, when the 4th edition was published in 2010, the world was just coming out of the subprime crisis. And he took this opportunity to take this situation, or should I say the mindset of the investors, head on. The book starts with this line. In that crisis of 2008 and 9, referring to that crisis, he says, in that crisis, the world did not end, because the world does not end. And that's the kind of language he uses. And that's how he writes. And if I were to use that popular metaphor, he loves to take the bull by the horn. His language is not just powerful. He writes certain basic truths. However, let's understand the fickleness of the human mind. Even after knowing the truth, many readers are less likely to follow simply because the mind is not in our control. How can an investor become wealthy? Simple wealth and inevitable wealth. He says creation of wealth is a simple process. If you follow this, it is inevitable. And he says the 3 simple steps are, number 1, equity is not one of the options to create wealth. Equity is the only option to create wealth. Number 2, most of the investors would be better off investing in equity through mutual funds, not directly picking stocks. And number 3, in order to create wealth by investing in equity through mutual funds, if you were to create wealth for sure, take help of a trusted advisor. 3 steps, I'm just repeating. Invest in equity through mutual funds, and take help of an advisor for the purpose. Why should you do that? So he actually lays down a beautiful framework and starts with what an advisor can do for you, and more importantly, what an advisor cannot do. And the 3 things that an advisor cannot do, according to the author, is number 1, the advisor cannot predict the direction of the economy or the markets. And that means the advisor cannot time the entry or exit The advisor doesn't know what is the best time to enter and what is the best time to exit. And number 3, an advisor cannot pick up the best mutual funds for the future. Past, easy to pick up. Many people have argued against what Nick Murray has written. But then if you take a stand, it'll be easy for a lot of people to counter-argue. And the author does not mind that. Or probably, if I go a step further, probably he doesn't even care that there is criticism. And that makes the book unique. In the end, something very similar to what we started with, the author says, most people do not create wealth or are unable to create wealth because they don't know how to behave properly. The emotions, distract them for the focus on the goal. Read the book. As the title suggests, simple wealth, inevitable wealth. If you follow the principles and try and apply in your own life, your own investing journey, it's simple and inevitable to become wealthy. Thank you so much.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.